Yep, that's exactly what it is. Oktoberfest.
How do you not like this beer?
Man, this beer was nasty. I don't like it.
Welcome to the Enthusiast Gaming Podcast, where today we're going to be discussing the most horrific video game decisions of all time. With me as always is Wes. Wes, how you doing, man?
What's going on, my friend? I'm good. How are you?
Doing well also. Happy to be here. We are celebrating Halloween, obviously. This is our October episode, so we hope you guys enjoy it. That being horrific in the title as well. We do want to give a quick shout out before we hop into things. Shout out to Jay Shy over on Patreon. Thank you for your support. We truly, truly appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much, man.
You guys can support us as well for as little as $1 a month over there to get exclusive content, but we have a whole bunch of different tiers. You can get a shout out just like Jay Shy did. And yeah, man, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Nerdthusiast.
Before we actually get started, so the title of this episode is The Most Horrific Video Game Decision of All Times.
Yep.
Matt, please tell everybody how we came up with this discussion.
So obviously we needed to come up with some kind of theme because, like, you know, Nerdthusiast, we love doing Halloween stuff for October every single year. That's like our big month, basically. We do a lot of stuff for Halloween. It's like the main holiday that we celebrate together, collectively, everyone. And I was trying to figure out what we're going to talk about. I had no idea. You know, I didn't want to. Last year we covered like scary games, and I think most people are going to be covering scary games. I was like, we got to do something different. We got to do something different. And then in the horizon, there was like a nuclear bomb going off, at least in my world, that destroyed my soul with every being, Wes.
Is it that bad? Was it that bad? Actually, it's kind of pretty bad.
For me, it's pretty bad. Because I was looking forward to this since it leaked the first time, and the second time, and the third time. The announcement of Goldeneye, of course, that just happened about... Actually, I could tell you. Let's see. On Tuesday, September 13th, during a Nintendo Direct, Nintendo announced that Goldeneye for the N64 will be added to the Nintendo Switch Online in its original form and will include online multiplayer. Hell yeah. We're starting out great.
So far, so good.
Starting out great. I was like, all right, you know. I know there's an Xbox version coming out. I know it's not going to be the N64 version. I know it's up-res, so can't wait to hear about that. But let's keep going. Let's see what happens next. So then, of course, you know, the Direct ends, and I believe Rare is the one who put out the statement. It could have been Microsoft, but I'm pretty sure it was Rare. And they said, yeah, 4K, 60 frames, Xbox. That's what you guys are getting. Sounds fantastic, right?
Okay.
Great. Awesome. Give it to me. Then some more details come out. You got Rare Replay. Goldeneye for you, no cost. You just get it.
Super excited because I bought Rare Replay.
I bought Rare Replay too. Wes, how did you buy Rare Replay? Did you buy it digitally, physically? What did you get?
I bought the disc. You know, I gotta have the physical.
As did I, of course.
Mm-hmm.
My wonderful, beautiful copy of Rare Replay sitting just a few yards away from me right now. What won't happen, though, is when we put in our discs, we will not get Goldeneye, Wes, because we do not own the digital version of Rare Replay.
Makes no sense.
Now, you can tell me also it's coming to Game Pass, which that's cool too. Like, oh, you can just go play it on Game Pass. That's great. I want to own this game again in all its 4K glory. But I'm going to have to buy it.
Again.
Because if you bought it digitally, we're going to give you a little bonus. But you didn't. So, because I decided to buy the disc, I get punished. Thank you. Thank you for that.
And what else?
the most important part to Goldeneye, I really do like the single player a lot, but it's the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
It's the multiplayer at the end of the day. So they announce, yes, there will be split screen, multiplayer for Xbox. Fantastic. Wonderful. Wes, I don't know if you know this, but I'm 38 years old, and I don't have friends that I hang out with anymore. I might be 37. I don't even know my age anymore. That's how old I am.
It all blurs together.
It
Trust
all
me.
goes together. It doesn't matter. But I certainly don't have friends coming over hanging out. I got a 7-month-old. She ain't gonna play with me. My
No,
wife ain't gonna play with me. So what do I need, Wes? I need some of that sweet, sweet online action, right?
that's right.
That's what I need. Just like the N64 version. The N64 version on the Nintendo Switch. It's a lock. It's a lock. I'm gonna get online, of course. No. No online for GoldenEye on the Xbox Series X and S.
Which makes no sense because that's what Microsoft does. Microsoft owns online gaming.
I could almost bet my life that the Switch versions of online for that game is going to be broken out the gate. Maybe it'll be repaired, like eventually, but I cannot imagine that game even working right. What was the
Man.
original frame rate of that game, Wes? Do you remember how bad the frame
Oh
rate was? 12? Was it
Well,
15?
I was gonna say, did it touch 30? I don't think so.
Oh, there was a lot of slowdown, Wes. There were bullets flying and 2 characters around you. I highly doubt that it was 30. You guys can go back into the research. I don't know how fast it was, but there's significant slowdown in that game. So that's gonna translate great online. Great.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that day went from they finally announced it. So excited, so excited. To
The worst day ever.
just one of the worst video game decisions I've ever seen in my life. And Microsoft hasn't even explained it. Neither is Nintendo. Nobody's talking about like why. I heard somebody say something like, "Oh, the Nintendo Switch Online is just set up that way for like when you port the games into online, it just functions easier." The game came out in 1997, I believe, 1998.
Mm-hmm.
What is so complicated about getting this game online? Look, we really had to get the 4K, had to get the 60. Couldn't figure out the online. It was just beyond us. You're Microsoft.
It's true. So true.
There's no excuse here. Now, the other thing I'm hearing from people is, it could have been like a contractual thing that, because the license would have been between Rare, Nintendo, the current bond holders, and, Microsoft. And it could have been between all these entities, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, you're Microsoft. If Nintendo had a problem with you having online, drop a bag. Here's $500,000. Shut up, Nintendo.
Man, it was, I just have to let everyone know when Matt heard this news, if you can imagine Matt's head exploding, it exploded. And then it came back
I'm sweating
together
right now.
and exploded again. He was highly upset. You were upset, man. You were highly upset. As far as business decisions, I don't get it. Can you imagine how many people would play GoldenEye online with the Xbox?
Wes, if this thing dropped in November, I don't know the release date yet. I don't think they even announced like the official release date of this thing yet. But if this thing dropped in November, when like God of War's coming out, new Sonic's coming out, banger after banger after banger, November's like one of the biggest months of the year. But you're gonna give me GoldenEye online 4K 60? Don't care about any of that other stuff. I want to Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare, the last Modern Warfare was one of the best Call of Duty games in a long, long time. Definitely looking forward to Modern Warfare 2. Wouldn't have even touched the game if GoldenEye had come out before that, if it was online. Wouldn't have cared about anything for the rest of the year.
Oh, man, GoldenEye. There's so much love for GoldenEye. So much love for GoldenEye. I was excited because I missed the Nintendo Direct, and so when you told me, my first reaction, I was super pumped. We're getting a remake of GoldenEye. Bet I was all excited, but then, as you said, you're like, but wait, don't get too happy because this, and this, and it just kind of like. So, am I still happy we're going to play GoldenEye on the Xbox, slightly enhanced? I'm happy. It's GoldenEye. I'm just happy to play it, but why Microsoft? Why wouldn't you put online? Why?
I don't know. Like I mentioned, there's no reasoning behind it, but VGC, Video Games Chronicle, they did reach out to Microsoft to ask them, is this accurate? Is this going to happen? Is this going to change in the future? And basically, they said this. While there are no plans to include online multiplayer as part of GoldenEye 007 on Xbox Game Pass, Xbox is focused on bringing this title to players in the way they fondly remember, including local multiplayer mode, allowing up to 4 players to take to the couch in a battle of wits and skill. So they basically just dodged the question and just said, not at this time. And then they were like, but you can do local multiplayer. Great. I got a 64 right there if I want local multiplayer.
Oh, and don't forget that we got punished because we bought the physical copies of Rare Replay.
They got to stop doing this to people. They got to figure something out. Like, whenever they update something, or they're like, oh, well, here's a good thing. Oh, I know what they're doing. They're enticing you to buy the digital version because they make more money off of that. They don't have to print any discs. They don't have to print any artwork. They don't have to print any boxes. They don't have to print any of that stuff. It's saving the money, and it's also easier to identify that you own the game and wasn't bought secondhand or something like that. There's got to be a way around this, though. They got to stop screwing people over who are buying physical copies of games.
It's like we pay the money, but we get punished.
It's ridiculous.
Bad decision.
I'm gonna leave it there, guys. That way, I told Wes I was gonna have a real hard time not cursing in the beginning of the show, and I made it through. So I'm very proud of myself right now. I would just like to go to the next thing before I lose control.